I just be happy.
No, man.
I just be happy.
y'all,
I just really
y'all
do.
already know what this is, man. I got an Android, so if anybody looking, please share it because I can't. I got limits.
So, all right. If y'all haven't seen Big Chris on these lives, man, he's Doctor P. He's a doctor. Uh, yeah, I just call him doctor. So, basically, he's a connoisseur of all topics. Uh, he can talk about badminton to relationships to
Hey,
Marvel
man.
Comics to being messy. And
Let's get it.
yeah, so where you want to start at? I kind of want to start from the old because it's actually getting old now. So and I keep making memes about it because every time I see a picture, something just goes across my mind. I just have to put it in a meme. So let's talk about Derek Jackson. He spells his name awkward anyway, so it's like a
Right, right, right.
So what did you think about that? How that happened.
Well, me, man, like, I have my own variety of entertainment. See, I can look at what everybody talking about, but then I can make my own episode within the episode,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So I saw more drama from the comments than I did Derrick Jackson.
Absolutely.
Hey, because what's happening is, what a lot of people may not understand. Everybody on social media, please just know you only see what people seeing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you do. So I would highly suggest that no one be put on a pedestal whatsoever, because everything on social media has an editor. You know what I mean?
And that's what I said. I was like,
Yeah.
this man ain't Jesus. Nah,
Hey.
I did also say that the stuff he said. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
First, I didn't say I don't follow him. I didn't follow him on Instagram. I didn't just go to his videos to get words of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I did see, the advice was pretty accurate. I mean, I would say the life he lived may not,
Yeah.
go along with what he was saying, but
I will tell you this. In business, and a lot of people may not understand the difference between business and genuine advice.
Mm-hmm.
He is a businessman.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I put like this: the same standards we put on him, we could probably put them on McDonald's too. Like, why aren't the nuggets really chicken? Yeah, yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You know, like if McDonald's could,
chicken nuggets,
it ain't, bro. It ain't even soy at this point. It's, oh boy, chicken. Like, it's ground up possibilities in them little nuggets, bro. But we still calling them chicken. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you some wild stuff today, though. How about this? How about we, as a community? I ain't even talking about skin tone. I'm talking about everybody. How about, as a community, that we might need to start admitting we love being lied to? Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We like it. The reason why, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Women ain't stupid, and men ain't stupid. Everybody knows what he was saying. It was literally like painting a picture that people can live with. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. If you're going to blame Derrick Jackson, you better blame Disney, because they are professionals at fantasy.
Yes, they are. I think they are in the business of fantasy.
And they're in the business of fantasy. Right. So when I first saw him, like, remember, man, like, have you seen a person on the corner trying to sell you somebody's Trump boosters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the first thing a booster tell you, man? You gotta see, you gonna kill him with this, man. You need these J's right here, man. Business people sell fantasy. When you go to the car dealership, they make you test drive it so you can see yourself being admired by other people. You see what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, man. I don't know him well enough to condemn or support the dude, but I noticed business moves.
Mm-hmm.
When he, in our society, he was going straight to a target audience that he knows for a fact will pay money to boost their ego or their self-esteem. And now in our community, and that's skin tone, I'm talking about everybody, people from different cultures, people love feeling like the end of their relationship was not their fault. And people are willing to pay money for that, bro. And that's what a lot of people just, that's what I was looking at. And I was just like, clearly he was cheating the whole time. Because I like, who else talked to women in their car besides a cheater? Like, when I first saw it, I was just like, I hope they know. This ain't hate. This ain't hate, bro. Everybody I know who cheating, they do it in a car.
I saw a video though, and I noticed that he had a baby seat,
Right.
in the back. So did any women notice that there was a baby in the back? Like,
Oh yeah.
it was
Listen,
a real
how do
baby.
dude, women like dudes who are taken. His main goal, his main bait was being a family man. Let's just be, and I'm not talking, this is not a diss. I need everybody to understand what I'm saying here.
Mhm.
Every man who's married told me after they get married it's worse, especially if women find you attractive. And not only that, see, remember, you don't have to be pleasant on the eyes to be attractive. Attractive has everything to do with magnetism and energy, having something that other people want. So if you're in a committed relationship and other women want committed relationships, they will go to a committed relationship just to see what it feels.
Hold up. Who on here? Oh, I just want to say nobody wants me.
Yeah. No. Well, see, this is the thing. A lot of people may know that or know this too, but there are a lot of women. Man, this is all right. You invited me on here, so let's get it. So,
Exactly. That's why. Before
what's
you
up?
continue, let me post some more of this unwind in my cup. Peace.
Yeah.
Hey, go on, tap in, people. Get some. Woo! I am good. Hold on.
You got to pay bills. You know what?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I remember watching an old TV show called Love Connection. He'll be like, "We'll be back. We got to pay bills. We'll be back in 2 and 2." That's what you just did.
I did.
No. That's what you did. You just did. We're like, hold on there, Big Chris. Let me pay these bills. Ladies and gentlemen. But look at this. Hey, you a businessman. You see what I'm talking about? So, hey, what a lot of people may not understand as a business, look at Derrick Jackson as a business. We can go back and forth whether he cheated or not and all that nice stuff. We can talk about his wife and all of that. But I'm going to ask everybody to challenge yourself with looking at Derrick Jackson with your entrepreneurial eye, right? As a business person. How many people right now are following him now after the controversy?
The same amount of people.
Insane. I'm pretty sure he has exponentially grown his fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember, let's think now.
Let me check it.
Look
at it.
We are a sick society, so guess what? We love drama more than we love help.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I guarantee you, he's going to have more people purchasing his products and following him, and he's going to get residual income based off the interest alone. That is awkward, but I understand. Yeah.
I was trying to move it around. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Trust me. Yeah, I understand.
He was trying to sell that book. He kept trying to sell that book. When he talked in third person.
Yes.
First person.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever one. I get them mixed up. I'm not a English major. When he was third person, when he was talking to himself in the video, critiquing himself, and yeah,
correct.
I got kind of I was confused.
Yes, everyone is.
I was confused. I was on his side, honestly. I was kind of on his side, And then
the only side that matters is the side that Wells Fargo is on. I promise. I'm telling you. If you really just look at it, let's look at how he started. He knows where his money is. I mean, if we look at and this is not a shade, but it's a fact. Look at how Tyler Perry make his movies.
Mm-hmm.
Most of his movie is geared to who? Let's be honest. No, bro.
Women.
We got to say it.
We got to talk about that another day, Big Chris.
We do got to say it, but it's not a shade because his business model works. It's not about morals. I'm not coming at it as a moral standard because I think everybody's creepy. Just being honest. I know, no, for real, bro. My business is to know about everybody's business. Ain't nobody clean. So I'm not one of those people that will say that person's right, that person's wrong. I think everybody's everybody got their own trash, but some people love to take it out in front of other people.
True enough.
You see what I'm saying? I
Yep.
think everybody got their trash brush, so I'm not necessarily going at him, or his wife. I didn't understand what that whole thing was about. It was hilarious to see how everybody was going in on both of them. But the number one thought process of all of this stuff, man, is what was the end result? The end result will be more traffic to his site. People are still talking about him. His name is trending.
Mm-hmm.
If he's trending, you automatically have to go to his page, all of his pages.
Mm-hmm.
If he has a YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of these different hits, you're going into his pocket. So you can condemn him if you want to. You're cash apping him just off your condemnation.
This is true.
Period. So one of the things, I know we love to argue morals back and forth, but at the end of the day, there's a such thing as different levels of cheating. And I do want to say on that. A lot of people love to concentrate on the physical form of cheating, but cheating has many forms that start way before physical contact with another person.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to say something real quick, and a lot of people may or may not agree, who cares, but I will let people know what I know.
Mm-hmm.
Based off the couples that I talked to quite a bit, and and remember I told you the last time we was on live, I had to talk to couples now just to protect the children's mindset, right? Because their love life literally affects how the child feels like they're supposed to be on this planet.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm finding out when you have a lot of couples who are clearly bringing their childhood into their adulthood and making other people responsible for their childhood.
Mm.
That's a big thing. You understand what I'm saying? So one of the things that I've noticed, especially about relationships across the board, first of all, a lot of people don't know what they want and then say it's not there. I'm going to repeat what I just said. A lot of people have no idea what they want, but then they profess that it don't exist, whatever they do want. So it's just a huge circle of confusion. And the only thing we have after confusion is conflict. That's all confusion is good for, is to guarantee conflict. So what I would highly suggest, man, is people pay close attention to the whole idea of relationship that we're seeing. It's not a coincidence that we're at odds. And when I say we, I ain't talking about just us. Remember, I talk with people of various cultures.
Yeah.
Everybody going through it. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. The only reason why we think we got a problem is because we are the only people that follow us. You understand what I'm saying?
Black Twitter, white Twitter.
You see what I'm saying? And we got to understand, man, when we follow people, we follow people that we more than likely know personally, mm-hmm. and we follow people that's famous, that we care about. Ironically, all of the people we follow usually look like you.
Right.
Right. So what I would highly suggest everybody do is, if you really want to have an honest look at our quote unquote issues in our community, mm-hmm. I would highly suggest everybody just go on Twitter and just start following people with different cultures. Just start following them. You'd be surprised. They got problems too, but we just follow each other. We're always concerned about what we got going on, that it seems like we're the only one with problems, and that is not the correct narrative. That is not accurate at all. Everybody's life is in shambles. You know? And I'm sorry to break it down. And I'm not, man, hold up. Let me fix that. That is not cool. That wasn't cool to say. Honestly, that was just blatantly wrong. That was wrong.
Speaking of passive collection play, we're going to drop his Cash App down in a minute. I don't know if y'all knew it, but
oh, heck yeah. I just tell it to you.
We're all going to put the Cash App in there a little bit later if y'all stay on here.
Please, God. Pandemic's still going. Pandemic's still going. Hey, man. Hey, I'll be having a contract. They were like, you know what? According to the pandemic, we can't bring you in. I was like, let's crank that way on it then, man, because they just ruined another come up. Just thank you, pandemic. Woo!
Like, came on, boy. All I can hear him was bing,
yeah, man.
Bing.
Hey,
dang,
it was like that. It was like, and honestly, they showed love. And first of all, let me say, man, thank you brought that up. Thank you for everybody who cashed at me last time. It was put to good use. You know, I crack jokes or whatnot, but it was definitely put to some things that were actually needed. I'm not an idiot. so I don't use people money for no reason. But I put it like this, man. If you, I mean, we send so much money to people that really mean us harm, man. If you hear something that's good, man, your money won't be in vain. It'll come back to you one way or another, you know. And being honest with you, I think I told you this on your DM, man. When I seen all of that, I said I just gave a whole bunch of money to other people, and it came back within 3 days.
Yep.
Through your podcast, for real. So, you know, I don't take nothing for granted, man. Trust me. You know, when people give to me, I just randomly give to people in need. I've seen people they got spouses that's passing away, family members that's passing away, and they need stuff like that because the money y'all gave me, it didn't even stay in my account for about 3 days because there was so many people going through it. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I gave it back, that stuff came back. I'm telling you, man. So while we saying this, let me go ahead and tell people real quick, man. I think one thing I want everybody, if you listening to this, look up the law of circulation. You'll be surprised what you find out. Money actually flows like the blood circulates in our body, right? And remember, if you save a whole bunch of blood in one spot, that's a blood clot, right?
Yeah.
When we save money and don't spend it, or at least don't work the money, we literally clot the money up into the point where that money is going to leave you anyway, but you need to have enough power and discipline to determine where your money going to go.
I need to download this app for when, just specifically when you come on, it'll be like an amen that just pops out. Just, like,
check this out.
You know,
no, for real.
Come back, you know, and it
for real.
I need that because good gracious.
So serious.
I enjoy it. I just like asking you questions and just hearing the responses.
Hey, bro.
I'm just listening.
Hey, man, you have a lot of. If you have a childhood when you got beat up a lot, bro, you get thoughts from everywhere, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hey, when you got to run a lot, but you don't like running, life is real interesting, bro. Yeah. 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 Don't. Hey. I remember hey, I'm going to tell you some wild stuff. I remember one time I pulled over by the police. He said, don't run. I said, look at me again. He said, oh. I said, bro, the only running I'm finna do, I said, bro, I said, I ain't finna run for freedom. I'll run for office, but I ain't finna run for freedom. I'm finna go ahead and give up the Holy Ghost right here, right now in front of you, bro.
And when I thought about it, like when you said that, a quick picture came into my head immediately.
Bruh.
And I just seen you like,
hey, man, the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life was not the most horrible thing, but it was field day at middle school at Chapel Hill Junior High, man. My coach put me on the relay race. And I think he just wanted me to transfer, but he didn't know how to tell me. So he was like, hey, big boy, you know your coach setting you up when he only use your name, bro. Hey, when an adult call you big boy, he finna set you up, bro. He finna set you up.
I gotta continue on what happened now.
Hey, bro, we was in the field day. Everything was going good, but I knew, you know, when you in middle school, and I had one of them childhoods that the tragedy was just around the corner, bro. It wasn't evil or nothing like that, but you know, I just had one of them childhoods that, man, I got too many good days in a row, man. There's something going on. You know what I mean? You feel me? So when it was field day, and I knew something was wrong. And, you know, field day at the end of the year, it was like May or something. That was back in the day when people stayed in school till June. Yeah, we were that bad. We had to stay in school till June, bro. Yeah. See, a lot of people don't understand. I went to school in the 90s, bro. It was drugs in the water. You understand what I'm saying? There was drugs everywhere. I didn't sell them, but they were around. You know what I'm saying? So we're at the field day, bro. I'm just going around trying to blend in, going around finding the snacks, going around checking in on people. You know, I was a social person. I wasn't finna just go out there and just be like, yeah, coach put me in. I ain't never said that to nobody, bro. I ain't never said put me in. I don't know what I do. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't that, no. But I remember the day. I remember like it was yesterday. I had on some weird little shorts, and you know my shorts were made different because I was a big kid. So,
you had the elastic band and all your pants.
No, I didn't. I'm gonna tell you what mine was different. My shorts actually came with a real belt. That ain't funny, bro. That ain't funny, bro. That ain't funny. I ain't laughing with you, bro.
Hey, no,
I'm not laughing
no,
with you.
no, that's not.
I'm not laughing
You
with
know
you.
what? I'm about to pull some more of this unwind.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right, man. Listen, my shorts came with a real belt. So what I really think somebody did was, I think somebody had some real pants and cut them off at the thigh and put some little fringes on the bottom, make it think they were gym shorts. But your gym shorts ain't supposed to have two back pockets and some zippers and all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I found out a little bit later on somebody took an old post office uniform and made my gym uniform out of
Yeah. What? What they took?
it. It took an old post office uniform and made my gym shorts out of it. They were like dark blue, when everybody else was like regular, just straight up blue. Can you hear me?
Oh man,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
It's all right. And everybody low key joining me mentally, and they, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my life, your entertainment. Who can stop it? Nobody. So here we go. So somebody said that boy got the stretchy pants. They weren't stretchy. They were straight up. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was wondering why, because I thought I was just running slow because I was big. I was running in khakis. I was the only one out there in business casual wear out there working out. I think I had a polo, bruh. Matter of fact, you know what I was just thinking about, bruh? I think I was the only kid out there in business casual wear trying to blend in. I ain't laughing. I'm not laughing.
Hey, we did the whole routine. Hey, put your cash up in here, man.
It ain't even a routine. This is a memorial. Like I'm giving you stuff that happened. I ain't even wrote none of this down. I'm telling you, what's up?
Oh boy. Could you put your cash up? I just want to pin it.
Yeah, I got you. I got
And
you.
I do want to hear the rest of this story.
We'll get it.
Yeah, I
How
do.
much time? First of all, how much time you got?
I'm here. I mean,
Okay. Okay.
I'm here. I mean,
Because
I'm drinking this wine. I'm good. It's wine down Wednesday. I'm chilling.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Ooh, man. Good gracious. Make sure y'all tap into this cash out as soon as he posts it, man. We need y'all to. This is gold. You witnessing comedic genius. Wow, he's actually giving great information. I mean, can you beat it? I don't think you can.
Hey, but I did a conference not too long ago called the National Youth at Risk Conference, but it's the National Youth Advocacy and Resilience Conference now. You know, they changed the name because they don't want to just target or label everybody at risk, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was actually giving a presentation on called Humanity in the Black. So basically is how our humanity was stolen with the United States Census, right? And I actually want to talk about that one day where we could just literally talk about race, because I talk about this in my class all the time.
Oh
And
yeah.
I do presentations at conferences all over the country, bro. And this stuff is catching up. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna send you my presentation, and I want you to look at it, in due time, like in the next couple of weeks.
You may not know it or not, but
What's up?
you a part of this Wait on the movement. You may not know it, but yeah.
Oh, trust me.
That's why I tell you to push your cash out so I can
I
pay
got
you
you.
indirectly.
I got
and
you,
then
bro.
I feel better about using you to spread this knowledge, because I'm
I
using
got you.
you.
I got
But
you. I
they
got you.
paying you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yeah, you
hey,
part of
trust me.
this.
Hey, trust me. You ain't got to listen. I know exactly what you're saying and what you're trying your best not to say.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get his hopes up, but I need him to have just enough hope not to hang up the phone. That's basically what it was. We like love you. We're not. You understand? No hugs. But if you was in trouble, we'll tweet it. Like that's what you said. We'll tweet help for you.
No.
We're not gassing up to come where you at though.
Hold on. They wanted to hear the rest of the gym story though. I saw somebody. I know you.
Well, see, that's because they like abuse and pain. And I'm not finna just entertain y'all with my horrific middle school story. But I'll finish the story. And it's not a joke, so I'm going to just tell you what it is. Please laugh with respect, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right, so I'm out there in my little business casual gym clothes, literally out there in like a bubble coat and some khaki pants that's cut off. So I'm out there, and you know how you going around. You know how you remember the big kids that they were trying to make sure that everybody wasn't paying attention to them by making sure everybody was okay. That was me. So I used to go around, everybody all right, y'all good, your mama straight when she get out of prison. You know what I'm saying? I used to just make sure people, felt good. So you remember the coach I told you that always called me Big Boy. He don't even address me by my real name because I was literally not a human being to him. He literally thought I was only there for manual labor. And you know them coaches that don't really want to teach, but they always at the school.
Yeah.
So it was one of them coaches that I think he smoked one too many cigarettes and his whole knee blew out in a horrific football accident. So now he got to teach us in the name of God, right? So he's depressed every day at school, and we're just trying to get our space. And right now, you all right, man?
I'm not all right.
Okay. Let me finish it. Let me finish it.
Hey, you give it to
Listen.
me.
Hey.
Listen, I'm already silly, man. This is killing me, dog.
It's all right. Just let it happen. Let it happen.
Hey, now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Look, I don't want to do comedy. I just got too many things that happen that I got to tell people.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm not laughing no more.
No, you have to laugh because if you stop laughing, some accident gonna happen. Trust me. You need to laugh.
You right about
that.
Laugh.
Laugh, bro. Laugh. Just laugh with respect. You know what I'm saying? No. Hey, I don't know why you listen. Check this out. Just whoever listening right now, don't get up and run around the room. I hate when people do that. Just chuckle seated. You know what I'm saying? Chuckle seated. Like when I was in middle school and high school, when something horrific happened, people for some strange reason used to run laps around me like it was some type of rain dance or something. Like they was extremely excited and they were going around high-fiving, picking each other up. Like, did you see him fall down the bleachers? Stuff like that. They would support each other. They would laugh pretty hard. You know what I mean? So let's keep moving. Don't ask about the laugh part. All right. So we out there. Let's see here. The little relay. They say the relay race for all the fast, in shape kids, right?
Yeah, right.
At the very end. So I already knew that was going to happen because I saw the agenda. And I looked at the agenda the week before, so I said, you know what? I am going to make sure I have my space away from the track. That's what I was going to do. And I did what every big child does. Guess what every big child does? And you can see it. Some of y'all going to throw a flashback, and some of y'all going to notice it now if you work at school. All the big children just start doing manual labor so people just leave them alone. Hey. Hey, I ain't laughing. I'm serious. Hey, guess what I started doing? When they were like, we been doing a 4x4 relay. I started folding chairs. I was like, hey, I was over there, hey, no. Listen. I was folding chairs. I was raking leaves. I was doing all the manual labor. I was doing stuff but the school wasn't painted in 30 years. I started painting the rails. I said, anything to make people not notice me. Whatever I got to do, it was just me and God. And I think God checked on somebody else that day. No, I'm serious. I think God just was like, hold on for a second, Big Chris. I'm like, huh? Hey, Big boy. And then hey. So check this out. So the 4x4 relay, one of the dudes, for some strange reason, had some unforeseen tragedy that didn't make sense. I think he might have, somebody shoved a crayon in his ear, something goofy, to the point I was just like, this ain't number God. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't understand. God will embarrass you. Just cuz. You know, God get bored from time to time, and He'll put you in situations. Because if we laugh and we're in the image of God, I'm pretty sure God laugh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure He do. So all the stuff that doesn't happen to us, it ain't personal, but it's still prophetic. You know what I mean? So here we go.
Oh, boy.
I'm out there doing my manual labor. I'm raking leaves. I'm getting to the point. I'm cutting grass and planting grass at the same time. I'm trying to make sure don't nobody see me. I'm just trying to stay busy and quiet. And then and I'm gonna tell you what happened. And I want you to laugh with respect, Jarrell. You ready?
Yeah.
Get yourself ready, bro.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, there you go. All right, here you go. I'm over there trying to stay busy, staying out the way, keeping God first. Whatever people do to not be noticed. Bruh, the dude who was about to race, he couldn't race all of a sudden. And you know that nervous conversation that happened when somebody be like, man, who is going to get to replace X or such and such? We're going to call buddy such and such. So such and such, goofy self, done hurt himself in ways that it just don't make sense. It was either God or the devil, bro. It was it wasn't a freak accident. It was a force that was happening the way he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
When they did that, I got really nervous, and for some strange reason, Jarrell, I fell. Now, laugh with respect, Jarrell. Don't get up. Don't clap your hands or do nothing. Don't touch your hands. Just chuckle with your shoulders, bro. There you go. That's it. No, don't get up. Just don't run around. Don't run around the room. I'm giving you personal stuff here.
I feel like this build up about to be real funny.
Hey,
I may get about my truck. I'm not gonna lie to you. I could
laugh with respect, Jarrell.
I'm trying to. All right.
I ain't telling you not to laugh. I know you're enjoying yourself.
This
build
up is crazy.
Hey, and it's not even a joke. So I don't even want people to have high expectations. I don't even want people to have high expectations. You know? So, all right, here we go. For some strange reason, I stumbled, and I don't even know what made me fall, bro. I think it was like a pine cone or some acorn. It was something stupid. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all ever be walking and your foot you walk on the side of your foot for no reason, and your whole body is turned into one big spaghetti noodle, and for some strange reason, all your muscles and bones just get really just on their own. You know what I mean? And your whole all right, let me give you. I'm gonna paint a picture for you. Whatever I stepped on, my foot turned a certain way, and I felt like I got shot. Okay?
All right. I'm picturing it.
No, you ever seen a child fall so hard you thought somebody was shooting, but you didn't hear no gunshots?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So and a lot of people don't understand, man. Me and Gravity, we don't get along that well. So with Gravity, when I was falling, Gravity was like, yeah, like don't get up and run. Don't get up and run. Laugh with respect.
What happened? All right, I'll hit him.
All right, just keep doing it. All right, there we go. I think you just clapped your hands. That's your last time. Clap your hands. Please don't do that. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, bro. So check this out. I felt like I was shot. Then all of a sudden, all the attention that I didn't want, it flooded. The whole field wanted to come over to make sure I was all right. Now, this is where it got real strange, real.
What happened?
All right. Remember, the coach that don't want to be there, he's evil. Let's not play with it. let's not play like all of a sudden he caught the Holy Ghost or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's not act like he's a great human being. Yeah. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right, check this out. So he comes over as the adult. Mm-hmm. Mistake number one. So all the children, it was a mix. So when big kids fall, there's
yeah, wait.
Finna, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I am being rude.
No.
What happens when big kids fall?
I will let you do that because you haven't slapped a knee, you haven't clapped your hands, you ain't ran around. You're laughing with respect, so I'm gonna let the laughter flow out of you.
All right, I'm good.
If you laughing with respect, when big kids fall, people don't know how to respond in the first 3 seconds. It's all right. Don't cover your mouth. Go ahead, let it flow. Let it flow. Go ahead. You know it. You know it. You know it. Yeah. So now, because honestly, when big kids fall, it sounds like somebody slapped some lunch meat on the floor. So everybody trying to figure out what's that noise, right? So people are startled. Remember, people weren't looking at me, but I was in field day. We was outside. Do you know how hard you got to fall for people to hear you fall outside?
Yeah. Make hear you fall outside.
Now check this out. Check this out. When big kids fall, we fall so hard it looked like an emergency. That's the reason why a lot of people don't know how to respond in the first 3 seconds. Because before, put it like this: before people laugh at big kids, everybody has a soul first. Like people literally genuinely care about human beings. Mm-hmm. Unless you big. When you big, you got 3 seconds of consideration. You ever notice when big people fall, they try to get up within the first 3 seconds, but it never works? You ever notice that? I'm telling you. I'm very specific, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
Oh, man.
It's the truth. So I fell real hard. The kids coming around, and I didn't make it up in my 3 seconds because you know that little sand, that mixture between sand and dirt, and it'd be a shallow ground, and your foot be sliding all over the place. Mm-hmm. So when big kids, and the worst thing about falling down as a big kid is trying to get up fast.
Because you gonna fall again.
No, it ain't falling again. Let me be very clear about this. Uh-huh. There's no intelligent way to get up when you're a big kid and you fail unexpectedly. You don't get up with honor. No, seriously. After you fall, you never get up with honor and glory. It's one of them, I'm hurt and embarrassed. You know how you stumble and you put both feet on the ground and you do that waddle up and you start wiping yourself off? That's what like, like, no, for real. You finna get Joan if you dirty and you fail. Remember, this outside. I ain't even got to the coach part yet. So everybody over there trying to figure out what's going on. Then I get up, try to crack a joke. But remember, I didn't get up in the 3 second threshold. Right. I got up within 8 seconds. Mm-hmm. So now people are thinking I'm okay. Here come the jokes. Man, I know you're big. You know what I'm saying? You know how they get in there. This Decatur. Everybody who went to middle school in Decatur know exactly what happened. Because everybody's trained the exact same way. Number 1 rule, if you fall on the ground, that means God don't like you. So we can join you. Period. That's the rules. All right. So I'm on the ground. Coach come over. Big boy, you straight? What? And the mistake I had, I overcompensated. I got up. Coach, I'm good. See? I'm good. He like, great. We need 1 more person for the relay. I said, excuse me? He said, I was waiting for somebody to stand up, and that leadership that you've had, I've noticed it all year. I said, I have no leadership whatsoever. I have no idea what you're talking about. Because remember, coaches that don't want to be there, they use words that mean absolutely nothing to get you to do what they want you to do. Right. Man, that man gave me the most insane impromptu pep talk about nothing.
What'd he say?
As he was walking me to the track, see, remember, he was slick. He got me by the shoulder, was asking me was I okay, but he was literally walking to my spot to race.
Yeah, makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? He was like, you all right? You going to be all right. You could be the first black president. That's what they used to lie to all of us back in the day. You could be the first black president, little boy. And I was like, word? And I got dust all everywhere, bro. I'm like, what? That's crazy, man. My arm is scratched up pretty good, coach. He's like, it's all right, baby. I love your leadership. You know, you always been strong. And I'm like, where are these compliments coming from? Because Buddy do not talk to me. Buddy does not talk to me at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he could care less about who I am as a person. Bruh, I didn't even know I was in the race until the little lady with the referee hat came up and said, "You ready?" And I said, "For what?" And I looked down. I got a number in front of my feet. But I didn't know what to do. I was so nervous. And all of a sudden, people were getting ready to go. And she got a gun in the air, and I ain't even sure, I ain't know what it was. And they were like, "Put your hands on the little racetrack." And I was like, "For what?" And coach was like, "Hey man, we believe in you, man. Put your hands on the track, son." Bruh. Next thing you know, everybody haul off. And I don't know what came over me, bruh. Some just said, "We know we don't run, but today is the day we try in front of everybody." Jarrell, you ever be running and you be catching cramps in places you didn't even know you had muscles? Now, every big kid got this one little place right below like on their left side,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a sharp pain like somebody just threw a dart at you.
Mm-hmm.
It's your body letting you know, like, we're not in the condition to run with other humans that are smaller than you.
Right.
So I'm on the track, bro, and we started, and I mean, I'll lie to you, man, that was the most abandoned I've ever felt as a child. And that's when I realized, man, I never start nothing with nobody, because if everybody get to running, ain't nobody finna check on me, bro. Dog, we on the track, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I did try. And remember, I didn't want to be there, so I just hauled off. And then next thing you know, I'm just looking at people getting farther and farther away from me. I'm talking about, I mean, we getting space at this point.
Well, it was a relay race, right?
I thought.
No, it wasn't a relay race.
It wasn't. It wasn't a relay. It was, you needed enough people to race against each other. But it was that whole lap. I don't even know what you call it. So it was the most egregious.
At one time, what that is?
I don't know what that is. I just call it the ring of death. Bro. So I'm gonna just close the story because it's not a punchline. I was just telling you what it was. So the coach was telling me, "Man, big boy, you could do it." And while I was running, I was letting him know I cannot.
400. That's what I thought.
Oh, it's a 400. Okay. Well, that's how much I was weighing at the time. So that's when I was out there running and stuff. I went around that little curve, and everybody was already finished. Now, remember, I didn't know what the rules were. I didn't know you were supposed to do no whole lap. I ran, and when I saw people get so much space, I just slowed down and just started walking and was like, man, I wish nothing but greatness on those young men and those young women. I wish them success. But guess what happened, bro? I'm going to tell you what's embarrassing, though, Jarrell.
What's embarrassing?
How about we couldn't go inside until I finished the race? We was out there till about 8:45 that night.
This man crazy, man.
All right, so back to Derrick Jackson.
Wait.
You told me to tell you the story.
I did, and it was
right.
worth it.
All right, so let me go ahead.
I do want to get your we can skip over Kevin Samuels. I did want to hear about Kevin. I feel like that would be a whole live.
I can condense it because I didn't know I was going to tell that track and field story, but I can condense it if you want to, or we can skip it, whatever you want to do.
Well, tell me about Kevin Samuels what you think about Kevin Samuels in the condensed because I feel like that could be an hour-long talk. But what do you think about, just in general, about Kevin Samuels?
Well, in general, one of the main things that Kevin Samuels is saying is what men have been saying for decades, but he's just saying it on a platform and in a way that a lot of people either really love it or really hate it. He has no middle ground, which I think that's extremely interesting, right? Some people you can look at and you're on the fence, but he is so extreme that either you're gonna really like what he say or you can't stand him breathing. Based off what I was saying. With me as a man, all the things he say is accurate based off the people that are calling in. Because remember, Kevin Samuels is not just giving his opinion; he's giving his rebuttal to the opinions that come to him. See, what a lot of people may not understand, you ain't gotta like him, but he's not the first shallow person on the show. People call in saying shallow things, and he exposes it. Now, a lot of people may not like how he exposes the shallowness, but it's still shallow. Remember, a lot of people may not understand, disrespecting men and belittling men, that is the norm. Men right now, especially in our community, have been subjected to their earning potential or their overall stereotype image in the community. And remember, men in our community, we don't own our image to anyone. Everybody talks about us except us. And what makes it kind of hard to interpret, he's the first one not to talk about us, but talk about us in such an unapologetic way with no fear and no political correctness. See, remember, a lot of people love to be massaged. A lot of people love to feel better. That's what made Derrick Jackson just that dude, because he was selling a product that people want to know. You know, I don't want to know the ingredients in the chicken nuggets. Just sell me chicken nuggets. That's Derrick Jackson. He's almost like McDonald's. We know for a fact anybody with a dollar menu does not care about the next 30 years of my life. You understand what I'm saying? We got to at least say that. So I would think honest conversations are mandatory. His brand of honest, and put like this, we live in a fake world. So honesty is offensive. The first time remember I told you, and I think it was a couple of videos we did a while back, that everybody lie to women. So when someone tells the truth about women to women, it's about he shouldn't have said it like that. Remember, it's not about being worked with, it's about being worshipped. A lot of people think we should worship women, even women. To a lot of people who are actually suffering from no one ever telling them the truth. That's the reason why they only look for fantasy, because people only gave them fantasy. But I will ask this. If he was so bad, why are so many people calling in saying the same thing? Because these women hear other women getting buzzsawed, right? But guess what they're looking for? They're looking for some male or man in their life that finally told them the truth instead of telling them what they want to hear. Because I tell everybody like this, man, I deal with kids all the time. I don't care if you had your father in the home or you didn't have a father in the home. Your daddy might have spoiled you and didn't tell you the truth about yourself. He told you what you wanted to hear because it was political. It's a political relationship. If daddy wasn't in the relationship or not in the home, you had to develop some type of fantasy to cope with the absence. So you still go out there with unrealistic expectations and stereotypes. You understand what I'm saying? The issue is, too, what I'm seeing, and a lot of women that I work with, they do not have experience talking with men who are not their father or not a significant other. They don't even know how to talk to men just in general, just to see what's in a man's mind across the board. So what happens is a lot of people call Kevin Samuels, and he's so blunt with it because a lot of people may not understand. They call in with the shallow talk. That's what a lot of people don't want to talk about. The women call in with the shallow point of view, and he's like, wow, that's offensive how you think about men like that. And then he puts them into place. And then people say, no, you're supposed to coddle that shallow way of thinking. What a lot of people don't understand is that shallow way of thinking. I think I said this on one of your talks. I said, man, the shallow end of the pool is pretty cool, but stop diving in the head first. What a lot of people do is they find the shallow end of the pool, and then they dive head first in it and then say everybody else is the reason why they're bumping their head. So, what about Kevin Samuels? Hey, he's necessary. You like it or leave it. You know, he's not going anywhere. And I'm going to be honest with you. All disrespect matters.
Right.
I would challenge everyone to do this. And I don't tell anybody you should like anybody. I think some people are supposed to be disliked, right?
Right.
So, and to put your dislike to the side and start paying attention to the tone that the people call in to him with.
Mm-hmm.
See, we can't just say why he's saying it like that. What level of disrespect did the caller have about men in your community? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when they call in saying all these men are trash or men are nothing, I need a high value man. He needs to make at least 120 grand. That's a capitalistic, the same capitalism people don't want to be held as a standard. They hold as a standard.
Mm.
So it's extremely hypocritical. I want a man put like this. A lot of women say I want a man to love me for me, but he has to make X amount of money. Them two always don't match.
Right.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, no one's necessarily right or wrong, but everybody got to be consistent. If you're wrong, be wrong all the time. Don't say wrong things and then act like you're going around being right. See, a lot of people love to try to do that moral high ground. I think everybody's horrible in their own way.
Yeah.
Just be who you are, but try to make sure your deeds are more balanced and consistent than they are all over the place, emotional and malicious. You see what I'm saying? It's just simple. I don't think nobody on this earth is worth impressing. If they breathe in air, they trying to figure it out just like you.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is, what a lot of people don't agree with is that pedestal that a lot of people have been put on. And remember I told you, corporate America literally ups women in our society because women are traditionally the more consumers. Men are conservative. Men are always thinking about their money, so they're not going to spend it as easily. Women are nurturers. They're trying to make sure they take care of everybody. Hey, you want some money? Hey, I'm going to buy this. What you doing? You selling it? I want to support you. They're more nurturers. So that's why everybody, Derek Jackson? Guess what? You think he finna go to men and start telling them that they're great? Men gonna be like, appreciate it, but I'm not giving you none of my money though, but thanks for the compliment. Women are more likely to spend money. And until we have honest conversation about that, we're always going to be spinning wheels.
Absolutely. What a word.
So that's my take on that.
What a word. Real quick, man, I have Dr. Pugh, Big Chris, PayPal, Cash App, pinned at the bottom, man. Y'all drop a few, donation to him for these words he's giving, man. This man actually does it for a living, man. So he's just, taking his time out with the Weight on the podcast, man, to drop
for sure
some knowledge on this Wine Down Wednesday. And once again, man, this Wine Down Wednesday is sponsored by Unwind. So wine, go to my page. It's tagged in there, man. Make sure y'all go in there, get some of that wine. Wine with Wade promo code. Get you 15% off. All right now. March 31st through April 4th. Now, till Sunday, get that 15% off. Wine with Wade. Unwind is tagged in the post. Go to the post, get the wine. I'm drinking on peach right now and I'm feeling good. All right.
That's real.
I'm just saying.
That is so real.
I'm just saying. And,
that is real.
Hit his Cash App too. Get some wine and hit his Cash App. We trying to do
That's real.
Double time. Y'all got it.
That's real.
Y'all got it, especially Antoine. Anyway, what I really want to get to.
What's up?
After this, I'll let you go.
I'm here, man. Trust me. Go ahead. My internet back on. The storm went away. We good.
Okay.
But it's totally on you.
You didn't have that Nelly storm. You remember that versus when he had the storm that just hovered and the connection kept going off every 30 minutes because of the storm. Anyway, you might not have saw it.
Oh no, I ain't see it because my internet was off. You see how that worked? That was goofy. I'm sorry.
I kind of wanted to get to the Quavo Sweetie. Did you see it? Did you see? I know you had to see the video from somewhere.
Yeah, I saw some of it. I saw the elevator only. I didn't see the part where before the elevator where they said that she assaulted him first or something like that.
Well,
I didn't see that.
I can give a little from what I saw. I saw a little bit. It was an extended version. Basically, she had a Call of Duty bag. I'm assuming it was his. Call of Duty. It could be hers. I don't want to feel like women can't play video games. But it seemed
Call of Duty is serious though.
Yeah, it is. It seemed like she took the bag. She was leaving with the bag. He tried to get the bag back. She swung that thing almost connected like Hank Aaron. He ducked and dodged. Came at her to get the bag. Went into the elevator. She flung it to the wall, and she sat down. He stood there. What I actually saw was he actually stood there. The elevator went down. He started the elevator, pressed the button to go back to the where her apartment was, wherever she lived at. He put the suitcase in the middle of the elevator so she can get off, and then he took the suitcase and left. So I'm assuming it was his suitcase, Call of Duty suitcase. I don't know. I think Pat told me it was some type of shoes. The Back to the Future shoes she took were $60K or something like that. So that could have been in the case that he was trying to get back. I understand if there's a worth of shoes in the case, I can understand him trying to get them shoes back. There's a lot of chatter about domestic violence. He shouldn't have did that. Doesn't matter what she did. He slung her into the elevator. So and so on. So I know you probably was thinking about it. Saw the comments. The comments are worse than what actually happened most times.
Of course, yeah. Because people take it to a level that it wasn't even at.
Yeah. So I just want to get your take on it. What did you think? You know.
Well, first, one of the things I try to do is not cause confusion. So the only way we know what really has happened throughout that whole day is ask them too. Until we talk to them, we really don't know what happened other than that was on the video. We can judge what happened on the video, but like you said before, everybody is a human being. What a lot of people don't like talking about is talking about when it comes down to relationship between men and women, men are not considered human beings.
Cool.
Okay, let me tell you why I say that.
Say that again now.
When it comes down to relationship between men and women, men are not seen as human beings. Because right now, people are justifying whatever happens to him is supposed to just happen. Right?
Right.
Now, I grew up looking at domestic violence. I don't think nobody should be hitting anybody. But what a lot of people need to start paying attention to is that when men are being assaulted by women, look at the comments. You got to look at the comments because it's not what we believe, what we've all been conditioned to believe. And it's because violence is violence no matter who does it. But a lot of people say, hey, she's a female. I said, okay, all right. Granted, yes, she's a woman. I don't think men should put their hands on women. I don't think women should put their hands on men. Exactly. I think everybody should leave their hands to themselves.
Absolutely.
But guess what happens? I'm going to show you what type of society we live in. If you look at that situation, the first thing you say is everybody should keep their hands to themselves. Watch the comments after you say that. Because everybody should keep their hands to themselves is a common sense comment.
Right.
But guess what? People are about to make exception because men are supposed to be beaten. That's what I see. That's my observation. It's not my opinion. I sit back and look at a whole bunch of comments because this is what I do for a living. And the type of people that believe this, and I'm going to be, hey, man, I have so many, vast majority of my clients are women. A lot of my clients are the aggressor in domestic violence. They admit it to me because I've been told I can do it. And some of them just say, when I look at TV shows, women are slapping men, throwing drinks in men's faces, and they're supposed to just take it. That's the reason why you have a lot of domestic violence that starts off in that I thought I was supposed to do this. And then when he gets upset, his natural brute strength takes over. And then that's when he is held accountable for how he responds to some type of abuse.
So you actually heard women say,
bruh, there's a different world.
I should be able to do this. I'm supposed to.
There's a different world off social media that a lot of people don't want to talk about.
Really?
Women cannot be honest in front of other women. It's a code. That is a code that a lot of people live by, right? And this ain't true for all women, so I don't even want somebody to be that lazy to talk about not all women. I didn't say all women, but I'm talking about women. I'm talking about there's a lot of women out there, they know they can get away with false accusations and domestic violence because they know society is set up to, if a man tries to claim his humanity by just having a regular human reflex, just a reflex, that he will be punished for being human. There's a different level of discipline that men are expected to have. I can't tell you whether it's right or wrong. I'm just letting you know my observation. My observation is, I give everybody an example. I work in schools. One day I was walking with a group of kids. One of my mentees, young man, bright young man, very disciplined. He had discipline troubles, but he was doing really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
We walk, and all of a sudden, a young lady comes up, slaps him in the face. I'm standing there, but remember, I consult. I don't work there. I'm just a consultant. But guess what? A teacher saw it, and another teacher across the hall saw it. They told her to go to class. Yes. So I'm sitting up there like, that young lady just hauled off and slapped him. And guess what was the most disturbing part? I said, man, you all right? He said, man, she always doing that. And I was like, I know she got to get away with it because I just witnessed her get away with it. And a lot of people don't understand this. And I had to literally sit down to my principals and tell them this. I said, hey, when young ladies are hitting these boys, y'all might want to get a hold on that immediately, because the little boys know they can't hit girls, because a lot of them got little sisters that they know they can get tore out the frame if they even lift a finger to their little sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
So guess what happens, bro? There's a lot of young ladies who are assaulting young boys in schools. The boys hold up and pin it in, and guess what? When recess happens, why do you think they get in so many scuffles? They got pent-up aggression because they can't be a human over there, but they're going to defend themselves over here.
Mm.
And sometimes they ain't even being aggressive. They just over there playing, and it can get real intense. And guess what? As soon as he lets his energy out, he goes to the office. Surprisingly, the school and society are just like this. Same way. We can scream right or wrong all day. That's an observation. It ain't my opinion. Women can assault men, and society applauds them. If a man even thinks about blocking it, he better not block it to the point where she don't like it.
That's wild. I'm still stuck on the example that you gave
It's real.
about just this was this in a hallway?
Dude, it was in the hallway in front of a lot of people. It was during change of classes. And the girl came up and literally assaulted the boy. And he was so used to it, he didn't even flinch. And I'm like, you all right? You like, yeah, don't worry about it. And I'm like, hold up. And I look at the teacher, and they were like, go to class, such and, I don't say her name, but they just told her to go to class. And I was like, well, hold up. I know for a fact that young man just really got into an altercation with a young lady, and he's in alternative school.
Not to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was the girl mentally impaired?
Absolutely not.
Normal? No type of mental deficiencies, anything? Just normal girl?
I do not diagnose people. You want to know why?
Uh-huh.
First of all, it's not my expertise. Second of all, I can't diagnose anybody without actually seeing what's inside the brain.
Yeah.
When I put it like this, this is what I do to keep from diagnosing anyone. If you can pick and choose who you mistreat, you ain't got a disorder. You have lack of discipline.
Mm.
That's malice. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A disorder is when you can't help who you touch. Malice is when you pinpoint the person who you feel like touching. That ain't a disorder. That means you ain't got no boundaries. That means you know what you can get away with. Period.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and this is not. Listen, I don't even know. So I don't even know the Quavo situation. Like, yeah, I don't really. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I've been around so many situations where women are the aggressor. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you it's so confusing when you can be the villain and the victim at the same time. You can control the narrative from both ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sticking up for no man that put his hands on a woman. But the question is, when can a man be a human being to defend himself just like God intended for all living beings? Every living being has a protective measure. It is unnatural for anybody to sit there and just all of a sudden be okay with being attacked. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you believe it's like a conditioned behavior that's built up from, adolescence and going into adulthood. So it's kind of like something like that. Or,
I put like this.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish that last one.
No, I'm just saying it's like a behavior that's conditioned just throughout, adolescence and going up into adulthood with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, women. Not to
Yeah.
say, like I said, it's all women. Of course, not trying to put that on anybody, but
Matter of fact, don't even say don't you ain't we ain't even got to address that because nobody knows everybody.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say the women in our observation.
there you go.
You feel me? The women in our and this is not my belief. I'm telling you based off my professional experience and my personal experience. I've been assaulted by women all my life. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you how weird this is. The whole world is set up to destroy men for the smallest um, infraction of expressing their humanity. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
If a young lady decides that if she's upset, and she just starts saying, "I don't like what you did, this, that, and other," I got a better example. If you're in the middle of a mall,
Mm-hmm.
a woman screaming to the top of her lungs, people are going to find out if she's okay.
Right.
In the middle of a mall, if a man screaming to the top of his lungs, he's going to have guns drawn on him. That's what I'm talking about.
And that kind of goes with like double standards. You know, like you say, it's just different. It's been conditioned in double standards, just with women and men.
I just think everybody should just keep their hands to themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, when you're in a world full of political correctness, though I tell people all the time, man, I say there's a difference between political correctness and correctness.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is about how something looks. The other one, it is what it is. Political correctness is, man, you shouldn't hit women. Correctness is no one should hit anyone.
Exactly. I gave an example. I was talking to somebody. I gave an example. I was like, play fighting.
Mm-hmm.
A woman can punch you in the shoulder, in the arm,
all day,
and laugh and keep it going. But if you were to turn around and punch a woman in the arm playing, you're going to jail.
Of course.
So
now, no, I'm here. I'm listening. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't even know what to do about that. I don't, other than keep your hands to yourself. But
only thing I tell the young men right now, because I have been in places where young ladies grope young men, sexually assault young men, and just physically assault young men. No, I'm dead serious. I mean, I saw my homeboys go through it. And it would happen in front of adults. And everybody will laugh it off. And I as a message, as a man growing up, I knew that there was an uneven playing field when it came to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you how even more dangerous it is. Even other men will come to her honor even when she don't have honor.
That's definitely true.
Even when she doesn't have honor, some men will defend it. If she was in the wrong, some men was like, it don't matter what she did, we finna come get you.
Oh yeah.
So now it's lose-lose. You can defend yourself and lose your life. So what do I think about the sweetest situation? I think everybody should keep their hands to themselves, and we'll probably have a better community. I would say that. Violence is violence.
Yeah.
As soon as you're making an allotment for violence, you're condoning it. That's the issue. That's what a lot of people don't get. Well, she should be able to go off on him anytime you want. I said, well, you condone domestic violence then.
That just don't make no sense to me. That way of thinking.
If it don't make sense, I got this saying: if it don't make sense, it make perfect sense. That means if it don't make sense, I put like this. I tell people all the time: double standards is just the results of confusion. Confusion will lead to conflict, and confusion, I put like this: anytime when you are confused, that means somebody's being taken advantage of.
Right.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if you're confused whether you should defend yourself or this, that, and other, or you should let it slide, or you don't even know what's going on, that means somebody's going to be taken advantage of. And I'm not saying that men don't take advantage of women when it comes down to domestic violence. Again, the number one statement is nobody should hit anybody.
Absolutely. Totally.
Period. Just don't because what happens is what we're really, a lot of people are panicking and don't know how to talk. So what they do is end up yelling and then use their body language.
Yeah.
Domestic violence ain't nothing but body language. It's just malicious. They're really trying to communicate in a way, but a lot of people don't know how to use their words. And I'm telling you, it goes right back to our number one conversation. Nobody, well, a lot of people are not taught how to communicate to the opposite sex. A lot of people are told how to talk, but they don't never are told how to communicate, because communication is paying attention. You actually have to invest when you communicate. That's the reason why attention is the first currency. That's the reason why they say you have to pay it. It's just like money. When you pay attention, that means you're investing in another person. But anytime when you're just talking and you want the other person to obey you, when you run out of words, that's when people start yelling and saying the same thing. You ever notice when people are arguing all the time, they're saying the same thing but just at different volumes? Yeah. Right. Now, guess what happened? Yeah. Right. So if you can't outscream the person, the next thing you want to do is just make sure the person shut up. And what way you do that? Yes. So all of it is communication. Domestic violence is communication at its wit's end when everything else failed and there are no more words left. That's when people fight. And I can see from this conversation, we got a couple more subtopics: race, communication. Of course, we got to get into. And I can break race. You know, I study race, man. So if y'all ever want to get in a conversation about race, let me know. I want to get you in the Facebook Live in the group and doing about the race window. I want to say that to the group. Oh yeah, I present on race in all the conferences I go to, and I know how to say it in a way that people can understand it for the very first time. First of all, they need to understand that race is a team sport. All right. So I said something today in class, right? And hopefully somebody can understand this, right? Mm-hmm. When you played sports before, right? Yeah. All right. Say for instance, on the other team, you got somebody in your family or a close loved one on the other team. You don't hate them personally, do you? But since they're on the team, you finna give them hell, ain't you? Absolutely. That's how race works. That's a good example. Oh, it's the example. Race is a team sport. We'll put on a black team and a white team, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't even know what sport you're playing. You just know that person is on the other team. Now, you don't hate them personally, but you know they ain't on your team. So that's the reason why we're so hostile towards each other. We see each other on opposite teams, but we don't know what sport we're playing. So the confusion skyrockets. And that's how it play out. Just gonna say it, in all these movies and everything you see, it always start off with a white person hating a black person just because they black, and then they get to know why did I hate you? I went to Cedar Grove. I found out somebody went to Towers. That was it. Just look at the Georgia Southern Georgia State. Oh yeah. Hey. Right. Now check this out. You don't know them person, do you? I don't. We're on opposite teams. That's all it takes for people to compete. So as soon as they created race, they created groups of people to compete for resources. And according to Team Black, we've been losing our homecoming game for about 250 years. Hey, but we ain't even got to the homecoming game. Hey. You're the permanent 6th seed. Even if you go undefeated, you still got to play away games, buddy. Man, Big Chris, man, what I want to ask you, what you got anything going on? Any big news you want to talk about? Anything like that? Man, right now, just still presenting at conferences. Back to back. I'm still accepting a lot of clients, man. Like a lot of people don't know. After I've been doing a lot of these lives or whatnot, and they've been circulating, people are reaching out, man. And one thing that I'm extremely proud of, I have a mentee. He's 4 years old. Right now, we are stopping his school to prison pipeline right now. He's at a nursery where they're writing him up like he's a felon or something. But I'm showing him how to navigate certain things and ask questions and how to strategically go to school, and to the point where his referral record is actually going down. Did you say 4 years old? 4. In preschool? 4. How you write a 4-year-old? It's easy. Remember, when you're dealing with dehumanization, even our young boys are treated like grown men. That's wild. put it like this: how many? And this is where I want everybody to start paying attention. Stop allowing people to call our boys mannish. Stop. You want to know why? That's a subtle way and politically correct way to put them in adulthood before it's time. I've had teachers say, "Oh, he was flirting with me." He's 4. He's not flirting with you, man.
Stop, Big Chris.
Oh, no. It is written. No.
You said no 4-year-old.
Trust me. Hey, I want to be lying. I want to be lying. I'm not. I've heard too much to make people feel good, bro.
What?
I'm telling you. Yes. I put it like this: a boy just being a boy, they would say, I saw him playing and it was a little inappropriate. And we're like, what was inappropriate about it? Well, I saw him and the little girl was playing, but it looks like he was smiling. He was trying to hug her. Right, well, he's also a human being that's a 4-year-old. Don't sexualize him because you've been taught to fear him. It's plenty of people we done had to get up off these children, bro. Please know that.
Wow.
They put in these little boys in grown man categories, and that's the reason why they're getting them out of school. They're treated as being too old to be in that classroom because in their mind they see a tall man. And remember, man, all of this stuff has everything to do with birth of a nation. We don't control our own image. So guess what happens? The dangers about a stereotype is you never really know who you are. You basically are trying to prove somebody wrong or trying to prove somebody right and end up never being yourself. So remember, during Reconstruction, they weren't just building buildings, they were building our stereotype too.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I want everybody to look up the anti-miscegenation law because the anti-miscegenation law was there specifically to make sure people do not marry men of African descent. This is the reason why all this disdain for men in our community come from. It's historical. It ain't nothing that people just up and did. They actually got laws in there that prohibit women from marrying men that look like me and you in history. You understand what I'm saying? And so now if you don't control your image, the women that don't know how to communicate with you, they only have movies and TV and mom and auntie who might not have made the best decisions. That's what they go off of, and they come out with that image in their mind, and they project it on the men, and the men reject the image they try to put on them, and the saga continues. So if we don't understand history, we'll never be really where we need to be to rebuild these families. These families got to be rebuilt for our children to have a shot. Because I'm gonna tell you everybody how important the family is. If we don't rebuild these families, these kids gonna go out there looking for some, and they finding them too. Trust me on that. They finding them.
Are you? Yeah, I want you to send me that presentation though.
I got you.
I'm gonna shoot you my email. And
yeah.
I do want the next one. I want you to come on with Pat if he's cool with that.
Yeah.
I definitely want you to do the next one with Pat when you come on if he's willing and able and available. So,
yes. Hold on. Somebody just said a teacher said something similar about my 5-year-old son. He was holding himself. He had to use the bathroom, and she wouldn't let him go, but told me he was doing something sexual.
Wow.
Pay attention to. I'm telling you, she didn't make that up. That's too detailed to make that up, right?
Yeah.
They are also not letting our boys go to the restroom just like that. And when the boys walk up because they got to use the bathroom, they're writing them up for a wall.
I figure how you writing 4 and 5-year-old.
It's easy because it's allowed. You got to understand. We got to understand where we at. It ain't personal. It's historical. They just passing the baton down. This stuff been allowed since day one. But put it like this, man. How in the world it was illegal for us to read and all of a sudden we're forced to go to school? They don't change the intent. They just change the environment. Education is the most political realm on the planet. You get to control who gets to feed themselves later on in life. Education is politics. It's one and the same. If knowledge is power, the teacher works at the power plant.
Yeah.
You feel me? So what she just said about her son, those 5-year-olds, those 4 or 5-year-olds, they target them first. Crush their spirit, crush their willpower, crush their academic interests, And by the time they go through school, they're just going through the motion until they make a bad decision. They're already out in alternative school, and the saga continues.
I'm gonna talk to you online. I'm gonna try to set up some type of, get your schedule, man, and set up some type of, series where we just, and we able to talk about these different, different topics, man, and just
we have to.
Yeah, because I got a lot more questions. I ain't trying to go all night though.
No, I know, but I appreciate you just bringing it up because we can laugh. I think it's extremely important that we laugh. Like, I want to tell everybody like this, man, for real. We supposed to be really, really ecstatic when we're with each other. I get how we go at each other quite a bit. I look at it not only for entertainment, but I have to look at how people go at each other when it comes down to relationships because it's coming from a real place. A lot of people have to type a lot of stuff to hit sin, bro. And when people are hitting sin when they talk about relationships and talking about the opposite sex, only thing I need everybody to understand, it's not about who's right or wrong. It's about who's hurting. It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about who is in pain. And the issue is a lot of people are too scared to admit that I'm hurting, I've been abandoned, and what they're doing is projecting pain on people that didn't cause it. And one of the things we have to do is self-accountability is freedom. We've all made bad decisions. I'll probably the first step in healing is to just tell yourself, hey man, I made bad decisions. But the world is not responsible for my bad decisions. The people that hurt me shouldn't have hurt me. And if I'm going to make somebody pay, it'll be that person. I ain't with that forgiveness. Make them pay if they did it. But you get put like this. It's almost like this relationship stuff is almost like we go into a restaurant and we just order one thing and the server come back and give us a ticket for stuff we didn't even order. I'm not paying for that. Mm-hmm. The men are not paying for things they didn't do to you. Women are not about to pay for things they didn't do to men. What the issue is, we're going around handing the tabs to everybody and then get mad because they're not paying it.
But these analogies and examples are on point.
They real. I've been in a restaurant where somebody gave me a ticket. I was like, man, I ordered a lot of stuff, but I didn't order no okra. I didn't order the okra. Y'all don't even have okra. She thought she was just finna sneak it in there. You look like an okra man. I don't look like no okra man. What the okra man look like? That's very offensive. Laugh with respect, Jarrell. Laugh with respect.
Oh man.
Yeah. So,
nah, man.
But yeah.
To put a cherry on top, man.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate you coming on live.
All day.
Definitely dropping some gems once again, mixed in with a little comedy to get that point across, man. It's always
got to, man.
Real. I found it real. All your talks really encouraging that that you're out here on the front lines and you actually out here giving this information and trying to do your best to help our kids and help people in their relationships and all that, man. Definitely salute to you. Like I said, definitely got to talk offline to get this series going.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure my ace, Pat, definitely will talk to you next time. We're gonna, cause I know he get that boy right there, man. That's the that's the Buddha of knowledge. Got you.
Well, I can't wait, man. And before you close, just want to let people know that I do got things coming out. I'm still working on my book. I'm still working on merchandising. Manhood Mindset is about to be in several places. I'm getting contacted by people overseas and all of that stuff. So things are on the way. If anybody out there who could benefit from someone who can give them an honest conversation and give them information in the way they can understand it and apply it, reach out to me. You don't have to be my client all year, but give me a try. I promise you will. At least if I can't give you all the answers, I'm going to give you all the questions. Guarantee you that. And if you want, I'll put it like this. A lot of people may not know. It's almost like maintenance. You shouldn't be ashamed of getting an oil change. If you get an oil change every year, I put it like this. You need to circulate your ideas like the oil in your car. For real.
Absolutely.
Straight up. Yeah. So you need an oil change. You need to circulate these thoughts and all of these and all of the stuff you got going on. Make sure y'all love yourselves, respect yourselves. A lot of us are still taking on abuse from people that claim they love us. And what I will urge everyone on this call to do, if you're hearing this, and if you can't benefit from it, tell somebody so they can. you better start teaching people how to treat you before you snap.
Mm.
The issue is you got a lot of good-hearted people who are taking on abuse in the name of love. I will ask everybody, if you don't know what love is, hold off on the love and start practicing respect. Respect is a lot more tangible and it's less confusing than love. Everybody knows that you can't disrespect people you claim you respect. But the issue is all of us know how to disrespect the people we love.
Wow.
And that's the issue. I just got invited to do a comedy show, like a comedy competition for some kids in the fall. I don't know the details yet. I just saw the email 2 days ago, so I keep y'all updated on that.
Definitely.
And yeah, man, people reach out to me on social media. People can DM me or whatever. You can email me directly, but just go on Manhood Mindset on Twitter and Instagram, Christopher Pugh on Facebook. DM me. I have full-fledged conversation with a lot of people all the time, man. So I'm not just about, hey, man, you need to book it. Sometimes a quick conversation, and believe it or not, if you want the help, if you want to know what people talk about, look at my posts. A lot of people may not know this, and this is my first time really saying it out loud, but the things that I post about are the things I'm talking to people about. So if they're not my client, what I do is say, look, we talked about this. I need to give it to the public and help as many people as possible. So if you're not my client, you can help me get a client. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of the posts that I put out there is because something I just talked to somebody about because of the things that they needed to hear. So love on your families, check on your elders, man. Check on yourself, do something nice for yourself, man, and just keep it pushing. Real talk.
Look, and we're gonna do this. We got this Wade on the show live show coming in front of audience. So I definitely want to talk to you about that also. So like I said,
Oh yeah, we can do it. We can get it. Just don't invite my coach, bro. he's a horrible guy.
Wait. That's the sign of a true comedian. He brings it back full circle.
Yeah, man.
Fredo, Big Chris, number love. I really appreciate you coming on here.
All day.
Time to come on, man. Y'all bless his
All
Cash
day.
App, his PayPal if y'all can. Nothing
Yeah,
but
man.
love once again, man. Appreciate it, man. Really do.
God
Really
bless
do.
you, bro. Most
All
definitely.
right,
Hey, stay up, man. Wait on it. You already know.
absolutely.
All right, bro. Peace.
I appreciate y'all joining me again. Another Wine Down Wednesday. Next week we're gonna be in the Facebook group, man. So if you're not in the Facebook group, go to Facebook, type in the search menu, Wait on It Show, join the group, man. So we're doing a lot of good things on Wednesdays. Once again, we sponsored by Unwind, man. Check them out. It's on my page. They're tagged. Good wine. Tap in. Wine with Wade is the promo code, 15% off. It's for today until Sunday, April 4th, man. So make sure y'all tap in, get that wine. Support who support me, man. They support me, so I want y'all to support them. So I appreciate y'all coming on. Appreciate Big Chris. Appreciate the comments. Next week, man, trying to have Patron 4 do the next interview, man. So y'all tap in, man. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. We out.